So lately I've been experimenting with a much smaller, lighter cook kit. So this is what I'm working with today. I'm out here in the park. There's kids playing everywhere. But here's what I have. So I've got this really lightweight stuff sack, which actually I bought months ago, thinking I was going to use it for another project, but as is the way of things, if you hold on to equipment long enough, you find other uses for it. So it fits this little cook kit great. What I got inside is several things. I got a collapsible bowl that sits in the bottom of the pack, and then I've got this little piece of aluminum foil, which I'll show you here in a second. Wind foil, or windscreen. And then I have a 550 milliliter titanium pot, and this is not the Toaks version, this is the Lixada version. I have a Lixada stove, and I really like it, so this was actually a little bit cheaper than the Toaks, and I have nothing against Toaks products. I just don't live in that tax bracket yet. So I bought this, and it's practically the same thing. I think it's about I don't know, half an ounce heavier than the Toaks 550, but it works great for me. I was using the Ozark Trail stainless steel one previous to this that I keep with my hobo stove kit, and it is head and shoulders lighter than that, so this works out great for me. Inside I've got my little stove, alcohol stove, which I'll show you in a second. Little REI micro towel, and because we're going to make some coffee in this particular setup, I've got my little pop-out cup. This is pretty sturdy. This little Sea to Summit cup's pretty sturdy. Anyway, I keep my alcohol burner inside of this bag. I think this is actually a bag for picking up dog poop. It's totally lightweight, totally small. Anyway, it works great for putting my stove in. So what I do is, and it's just the Fancy Feast, you know, the carbon felt on the inside. I love this. I was slow to coming around to these particular kinds of alcohol stoves, but now that I am back around to it, love it. Anyway, it sets on like that. It works fairly good. The reason I have the cup is because I like to drink coffee in the mornings when I'm out hiking or camping, and I'm doing more and more hiking and camping trips. But I don't like those little lip things, those little lip deals that plastic things you put on the side of steel or titanium cups. I don't like those. So I carry this. Lightweight, good alternative, the perfect size for a cup of coffee. And actually that's what we're going to do today, is make a cup of coffee. So first things first, need a bit of water. And then a little bit of alcohol in the alcohol stove. I have the markings on the side. There you go. So it's got an ounce. This holds 4 ounces. This little thing. It's usually enough for I don't know, 2 days, overnight, and then some. But it's nice to have the markings on the side of the bottle, so I know how much I'm using. All right, that should be enough to boil some water. So I usually use the hobo stove from IKEA, the IKEA hobo stove. I'm a big fan of that. I really love that stove, but it is heavy. It is super heavy, and I'm planning some adventures, some bicycle, like bike packing trips, and in the future some longer distance hiking trips. As I slowly move into those, I kind of experimented with putting together a much lighter weight kit, cook kit. So that's what we're looking at. Let's get this started. The whole thing weighs about 10 ounces total. With the stuff sack, the IKEA cloth, everything I have here to boil water basically, comes in at about 10 ounces, which is not too heavy for a cook kit. I would love if it got a little bit lighter, but I'm learning as I make my way into lighter weight equipment. You can get carried away with how light stuff gets. It doesn't have to be as light as, I mean, admittedly I haven't carried a super heavy pack before, so I don't know, but it seems a bit excessive to count every single tiny little gram of everything. So, oop. Let that burn out. It's a stormproof match. I love these like stormproof matches. This is an REI brand, but stormproof matches, pretty good to go. All right, so we got our alcohol stove. Just starts up automatically. Starts up. I can feel the warmth from here. Pretty good. I put this little plate down as a cold plate. In case I put it on the cold ground, it kind of keeps the stove from getting too cold. Anyway, put that there. Put that guy on top. Windscreen. And should be just a short amount of time. I don't have a watch on. I don't know why I looked at my wrist. That bothers me so much when people look at their wrist and they're not wearing a watch. When I direct actors, every time they pantomime looking at what time it is, they look at their wrist. And the thing is, people don't use watches nowadays as much as they used to. So I don't know why people look at their wrist, but I just looked at my wrist. I don't know why I did it. All right, hot cup of coffee. Ultralight cook kit.